Look at this here, see?
On May 25, 1969, United Artists unveiled Midnight Cowboy, featuring Jon Voight as Joe Buck, a Texan looking to make it big in New York City, and Dustin Hoffman as Ratso Rizzo, a streetwise hustler. The film, written by Waldo Salt and directed by John Schlesinger, explores the complex and unlikely bond between these two characters as they navigate the gritty streets of New York. Both Voight and Hoffman were apprehensive about the film's explicit content and its potential impact on their careers. They feared that the graphic depictions of sexuality and the raw portrayal of life on the margins could alienate audiences and lead to backlash from critics. Despite their concerns, the film pushed boundaries and challenged societal norms, ultimately earning acclaim and becoming a cultural touchstone. The raw honesty of their performances and the film's themes of loneliness and friendship resonated deeply, showcasing the struggles of those on the fringes of society. The risk they took with Midnight Cowboy paved the way for more daring storytelling in cinema.
My friend O'Daniel, he operates the biggest stable in town. In fact, in the whole goddamn metro.
Finding the right screenwriter for Midnight Cowboy was a challenging journey for the director and producer. Initially, they sought out Truman Capote, hoping his literary prowess would bring depth to the project. However, Capote turned down the opportunity, leaving the team in search of other talents. They then approached Gore Vidal, who bluntly dismissed the novel the film was based on, calling it simply trash. This feedback was disheartening, yet it pushed them to continue their search. Eventually, they reached out to Waldo Salt, a screenwriter known for his unique voice and ability to tackle complex themes. Salt agreed to write the screenplay, bringing a fresh perspective that would help shape the film into a groundbreaking piece of cinema. His contributions proved vital, as Midnight Cowboy went on to become a significant work in American film history, challenging social norms and exploring themes of friendship and survival in a gritty urban landscape. Casting for Midnight Cowboy proved to be a significant challenge for the director. Initially, he was not interested in having Jon Voight or Dustin Hoffman in the film. He searched extensively for other actors who might fit the roles better, looking far and wide for alternatives that would align with his vision for the movie. Despite his efforts, he struggled to find suitable candidates who could bring the characters to life in the way he imagined. Eventually, the director faced the reality that he was running out of time and options. In a surprising turn of events, he decided to change his mind about Voight and Hoffman and move forward with them in the lead roles. As filming began, those involved in the production sensed that the director was not fully enthusiastic about the project. There was an underlying feeling among the cast and crew that he did not enjoy the shooting process. This lack of enthusiasm may have affected the overall atmosphere on set, creating a challenging environment for everyone involved. The tension surrounding the casting decisions and the director's initial reluctance to embrace the chosen actors lingered throughout the production, shaping the experience of creating this iconic film.
Not too far from here. Italian restaurant? Does that appeal to you? Don't worry about how you...
The filming of Midnight Cowboy was quite a bizarre experience for the crew, especially during the New York scenes. They employed a technique known as stolen shots, where the crew captured footage without the extras being aware they were being filmed. This created a raw and authentic feel to the bustling streets of New York, as real people went about their daily lives, unknowingly contributing to the film's atmosphere. In contrast, the extras used in the Texas scenes were aware they were part of a movie, but they were not informed about the film's true story. This lack of information led to some confusion and frustration among those involved. Once the extras learned about the film's themes and plot, many were incensed. They had participated in a project that explored complex and often uncomfortable topics, which clashed with their expectations. The combination of stolen shots and the mixed reactions of the extras contributed to the unique character of Midnight Cowboy, making it a landmark film in American cinema. The unconventional filming methods helped to highlight the gritty realities of the lives of its characters, adding depth and authenticity to the storytelling. The film's approach to capturing genuine moments in a bustling urban environment remains a significant aspect of its legacy. Upon its release, the film became a surprise hit, despite facing a number of skeptical reviews. This controversial movie managed to gross an impressive $44 million, showcasing its unexpected success in the box office. Additionally, it produced a hit song, Everybody's Talking by Harry Nilsson, which became synonymous with the film and resonated with audiences at the time. During this period in filmmaking, many associated Dustin Hoffman with the character of Benjamin Braddock, the clean-cut 20-something guy he portrayed in The Graduate. Hoffman recognized that this all-American image could hinder his ability to embody a vastly different character in Midnight Cowboy. To prove he could make this transformation, he took a bold approach when he was asked to audition for the film. He convinced the executives to meet him on a street corner in Manhattan, where he dressed himself in filthy rags to fully immerse himself in the character. When the executives arrived at the designated corner, they barely noticed the beggar less than 10 feet away, who was accosting people for spare change. This beggar was, in fact, Hoffman himself. He eventually approached the executives and revealed his true identity, demonstrating his commitment to the role and his ability to break away from the image that had previously defined him.
I mean, I goddamn invited you, didn't I?
Mike Nichols, who directed the acclaimed film The Graduate, had strong reservations about Dustin Hoffman's decision to take on a role in Midnight Cowboy. Nichols believed that Hoffman should maintain his image as a romantic lead, a persona that had recently catapulted him to stardom. He reached out to Hoffman, expressing his concerns with urgency and disbelief. Nichols questioned Hoffman's choice, asking him if he was crazy for considering a part that was not only ugly, but also a supporting role to Jon Voight's character. The director felt that this decision could sabotage Hoffman's flourishing career. Nichols's protective instincts were rooted in his understanding of Hollywood's fickle nature and the importance of typecasting. He worried that taking on such a gritty and unglamorous character could potentially harm Hoffman's appeal to audiences who had just embraced him in more charming roles. Despite Nichols's warnings, Hoffman saw the potential depth and complexity in the character, which ultimately led him to accept the role, shaping his career in ways that Nichols could not have anticipated.
Shit.
Hoffman made a bold choice when he accepted the role in Midnight Cowboy. He was determined to stick to his guns, believing in the importance of the character he was to portray. This commitment reflected his deep understanding of acting as a craft. Hoffman relished the opportunity to showcase his skills as a character actor. For him, the essence of acting lay in the ability to transform from one character to another, immersing himself completely in each role. His dedication to the character of Ratso Rizzo was evident in the way he approached the role. He did not shy away from the challenges it presented. Instead, he embraced them, knowing that this was his chance to demonstrate his range and depth as an actor. Hoffman's desire to be recognized as a serious character actor drove him to take risks that many others might avoid. He wanted to prove that he could bring authenticity and emotional truth to his performances. This commitment ultimately paid off, as his portrayal became iconic. Hoffman's ability to embody the struggles and complexities of his character resonated with audiences. His performance not only contributed to the film's success, but also solidified his place in Hollywood as a transformative actor. This journey through character work became a defining moment in his career, showcasing his passion and dedication to the art of acting. Jon Voight auditioned for the role of Joe Buck in the film Midnight Cowboy, and he was very eager to land the part. However, the producers initially did not favor him for the role, as they had already chosen Michael Sarrazin, who had gained recognition from the film They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Despite this setback, Voight's fortunes changed when the first actor demanded a higher salary, prompting the producers to reconsider their options. They conducted side-by-side comparisons of both actors, and ultimately concluded that Jon Voight was indeed the better choice for the role. Dustin Hoffman, who was also part of the film, further influenced the decision by endorsing Voight for the character. Voight's desire to play Joe Buck was so strong that he was willing to work for the minimum pay, even expressing to his agent that he would do the role for free. In the end, he received the least amount possible for his performance. Interestingly, at the conclusion of filming, he received a bill for $14.73 to cover the meals he consumed on the final day of shooting.
That damn text. How much you want now? 5? 10?
When Voight and the director wrapped filming in Texas, Voight noticed how red the director's face was, which raised his concern that the director might be having a heart attack or some kind of medical issue. He asked him if he was okay, and the director looked up at him, visibly shaken. He expressed his deep worries about the film they had just made, questioning what they were thinking when they decided to film a story about a dishwasher living in New York who sleeps with many women. The director's hands trembled as he shared his feelings of doubt and anxiety about the project. Voight listened patiently, allowing the director to vent his fears. Then, in a moment of urgency, he grabbed the director by the shoulders and shook him gently, trying to snap him out of his panic. Voight reassured him that they would live the rest of their artistic lives in the shadow of this great masterpiece, even though he himself had no idea how well the film would actually perform. His words were meant to bring the director back to a state of calmness, and it worked, as the director began to regain his composure. Voight's statement, initially made in a moment of desperation, would eventually prove to be true as Midnight Cowboy became a significant film in cinema history. What really made the chemistry between Hoffman and Voight work so well together was their constant competition with one another. Hoffman had already become a movie star before Voight did, which stirred some jealousy on the set. Despite this underlying tension, both actors understood that the success of the film depended on a strong bond between their characters. Throughout the shooting, they would often challenge each other in a playful yet competitive manner. They would lean in and say to each other out of the sides of their mouths, "Buddy, is that the best you can do?" This banter not only fueled their performances but also pushed each actor to deliver a better portrayal of their respective characters. The rivalry created an electric atmosphere that translated beautifully on screen, allowing viewers to feel the depth of their relationship. Their interactions were raw and authentic, capturing the essence of two men struggling to survive in a harsh world. This unique dynamic ultimately made their performances memorable and contributed significantly to the film's impact. The interplay between their characters, driven by both camaraderie and competition, resulted in a powerful narrative that resonated with audiences.
Hey, what's the matter?
The scene in which Joe and Razzo attempt to walk across the street in Midnight Cowboy was filmed in a way that captured the raw energy of New York City. The filming took place with a camera set up in a van across the street, a method often referred to as guerrilla filmmaking. This approach added to the authenticity of the moment, but it also presented significant challenges. The director wanted to capture the scene in a single take without any cuts, which meant that the actors needed to walk about half a block through real traffic and among actual pedestrians. On their first attempt, the signal turned red, causing the director to become increasingly frustrated. He rushed out of the van, urging the actors to keep walking, despite the oncoming traffic. The actors explained that they could not proceed because cars were coming. After some discussion, they figured out a way to time their walk properly. However, just as they were about to succeed, they nearly got run over by a cab. In a moment of quick thinking, Dustin Hoffman shouted, "I'm walking here." This spontaneous declaration not only added to the scene's authenticity, but also marked the moment when they finally captured the shot as intended. The scene became iconic, showcasing the struggle and determination of the characters in a bustling urban environment.
Rico?
Dustin Hoffman dedicated a significant amount of time to immerse himself in the character of Ratso Rizzo for the film Midnight Cowboy. To truly capture the essence of this role, he ventured into the slums of New York City, closely observing the lives of tramps and street people. This hands-on research allowed him to study their movements, mannerisms, and behaviors in a way that few actors would dare to do. Hoffman's commitment went beyond mere observation. He sought to embody the physicality of his character. To achieve this, he placed small pebbles in his shoes to create a limp. This clever technique allowed him to walk with a limp naturally, without having to consciously think about it, which added authenticity to his portrayal. His performance as Ratso Rizzo was so impactful that it earned him a spot as number 7 on Premiere Magazine's list of the 100 greatest performances of all time. Hoffman's dedication to his craft and his willingness to delve deep into the character made Ratso a memorable figure in cinematic history.
About the Statue of Liberty?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I mean business.
I'm sorry. I
Jon Voight was determined to give his role in Midnight Cowboy a true Texan look. His commitment to authenticity led him to take a tape recorder with him during his first trip to Big Spring, Texas, where pre-production planning was taking place. While there, he engaged with various locals, interviewing them and capturing their voices. This was not just a casual endeavor. Voight played back those tapes incessantly, immersing himself in the sounds and rhythms of the Texan drawl. His dedication to nailing the accent became a source of frustration for the rest of the cast, who found themselves listening to the recordings repeatedly. Despite this, Voight's hard work paid off as he successfully mastered the Texas drawl, adding depth and credibility to his character. His preparation showcased his passion for the role, and his desire to portray a genuine representation of a Texan. This attention to detail contributed significantly to the film's overall impact and authenticity.
Those other places.
How long did I hold up traffic just to get out? I ask you.
Dustin Hoffman had significant concerns about the impact of Midnight Cowboy on his career. He attended a preview of the film, and to his dismay, he noticed that many audience members walked out in droves. This reaction was particularly evident about 20 minutes into the movie, when Jon Voight's character engages in a gay sex scene in a theater balcony with a character played by Bob Balaban. The sight of people getting up and leaving the theater unsettled Hoffman deeply. He feared that this could lead to serious repercussions for his career. There were already rumors circulating that the film might receive an X rating, which in that era was often seen as a death knell for an actor's professional future. A reasonable person in Hoffman's position would think that such a rating could severely limit his opportunities in Hollywood. The anxiety surrounding the film's reception weighed heavily on him, as he worried about the lasting effects it could have on his standing in the industry. Upon its original release in 1969, the film Midnight Cowboy was rated X, a classification that reflected its mature themes and content. The film's portrayal of the gritty realities of life in New York City, along with its exploration of relationships between its characters, struck a chord with audiences and critics alike. As the film gained popularity, it underwent a re-evaluation that led to a new rating of R, despite no changes being made to the film itself. This unique situation highlights the film's impact and the shifting perceptions of cinematic content during that era. Midnight Cowboy holds a significant place in film history, as it remains the only X-rated film to win an Oscar for Best Picture. This recognition not only underscores the film's artistic merit, but also challenges conventional notions of what constitutes worthy cinematic storytelling. Its legacy continues to influence filmmakers and audiences, making it a landmark achievement in the history of American cinema.
Pardon me, ma'am. I'm brand spanking new in this here town. I was hoping to get a look at the Statue of Liberty.
Looking back on the film today, the director reflects on the challenges of getting Midnight Cowboy made. He believes that no one would allow such a film to be produced in today's climate. The story revolves around a dishwasher from Texas who travels to New York, dressed as a cowboy, in pursuit of his fantasy of living off wealthy women. The narrative takes a darker turn when he meets a crippled man who is consumptive. This character's struggles culminate in a tragic scene where he pees his pants and ultimately dies on a bus. The director questions whether anyone would greenlight a project with such a premise today, suggesting that the absurdity and rawness of the story would lead producers to reject it outright. He emphasizes that if he pitched this tale in the current film landscape, he would likely be shown the door without a second thought. The stark reality of the film's themes and characters seems too bold for modern sensibilities, making it a unique relic of its time.
You're a hustler. But now you mean you're picking up trade on the street like that?
Midnight Cowboy, directed by John Schlesinger, presents a compelling narrative of two unlikely companions navigating the harsh realities of life in New York City. The film follows Joe Buck, a naive young man from Texas who aspires to become a cowboy, a symbol of rugged individuality and adventure. Ironically, he finds himself in a world far removed from the romanticized vision of the cowboy, as he embarks on a journey to the bustling streets of New York, the last place where such a legendary figure might exist. The film's opening scenes are striking, beginning with a sunlit drive-in that quickly transitions into the stark and uninviting atmosphere of a public shower. This juxtaposition sets the tone for the film, which balances moments of brightness and cheerfulness with the darker, more disturbing elements of its character-driven story. Jon Voight's portrayal of Joe Buck captures the character's inherent vulnerability and humanity, making him a relatable figure despite his simplistic aspirations. In contrast, Dustin Hoffman's character, Ratso Rizzo, adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. Ratso is a crippled con man, street-savvy, and often cynical, who initially appears to be a helpful ally to Joe. Their relationship forms the heart of the film, showcasing a bizarre yet compelling odd couple dynamic. Critics have noted that the film's depiction of New York City is both haunting and psychedelic, creating an atmosphere that is as much a character in the story as Joe and Ratso themselves. The city is portrayed as a relentless force, filled with hard luck and despair, yet it also serves as a backdrop for genuinely humorous moments that arise from the duo's misadventures. From Joe's clumsy attempts at hustling to their poignant partnership, the film presents a series of fully conceived vignettes that highlight the struggles and triumphs of its protagonists. While some viewers may find the film's exploration of bleak themes and the characters' futile optimism overwhelming, others appreciate its raw honesty and emotional depth. The narrative is punctuated by a series of roadblocks, including encounters with con artists and street preachers, which serve to amplify the sense of desperation that permeates the film. Yet, amidst the hardships, there are moments of levity that remind the audience of the resilience of the human spirit. As the story progresses, the cold, unforgiving winter of New York City contrasts sharply with Ratso's dream of escaping to sunny Florida, encapsulating the central theme of unattainable dreams. The film ultimately delivers a timeless celebration of hope, even in the face of insurmountable odds. Its exploration of friendship, ambition, and the harsh realities of life resonates deeply, making Midnight Cowboy a poignant reflection on the human condition. In conclusion, Midnight Cowboy stands as a landmark film that successfully merges humor with tragedy, creating a narrative that is both engaging and thought-provoking. The performances of Voight and Hoffman, combined with Schlesinger's masterful direction, culminate in a cinematic experience that challenges viewers to reflect on their own dreams and the realities that often accompany them. The film's legacy endures as it continues to provoke discussion and analysis, marking it as one of the most significant works in the realm of American cinema.
30 seconds before you were injected into lunar trajectory. Only 30 seconds. You read me?
As we step away from the gripping narrative of Midnight Cowboy, a world of intrigue awaits just beyond the credits. The film's unforgettable characters and their journeys leave us pondering not just their fates, but also the real lives behind the performances. What became of Jon Voight, the ambitious Joe Buck, and Dustin Hoffman, the unforgettable Ratso Rizzo? Their paths after this iconic film are as compelling as the story itself. From acclaimed careers to personal struggles, the actors face challenges and triumphs that shaped their legacies in Hollywood. In this bonus segment, we will delve into the lives of these talented individuals, uncovering the surprising twists and turns that followed their roles in this groundbreaking film. Prepare to be captivated as we reveal the hidden stories, the unexpected collaborations, and the lasting impact they made on the film industry and beyond. Stay tuned, because what lies ahead will deepen your appreciation for the film and its unforgettable cast.
We ain't gonna have to steal no more, is what I'm trying to tell you. I got $8 in my damn pockets. 20 more come Thursday, boy. We're gonna be riding.
Sandy Duncan's role in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy is brief yet impactful. She portrays a woman who represents fleeting moments of connection in a harsh urban landscape. Her character embodies the lost dreams and harsh realities faced by many in the gritty world of the film. Duncan's performance adds a layer of complexity, highlighting the fragility of hope amid despair. After Midnight Cowboy, Duncan's career took various turns. She became known for her work on Broadway and television, including the popular series The Sandy Duncan Show. However, her personal life was marked by challenges. She faced a significant health scare when she underwent surgery for a brain tumor in the late 1970s, which led to a temporary loss of vision. This period of uncertainty tested her resilience. In the early 1980s, Duncan was involved in a scandal concerning her divorce from actor Don Correa, which was highly publicized. Despite these hardships, she maintained her career and returned to the stage, showcasing her enduring talent. As of the latest information, Duncan continues to be remembered for her contributions to entertainment, though she has largely stepped back from the public eye in recent years.
They know me. Besides, I'll tell him you're with the rodeo. There's always a rodeo in town, damn it.
Barnard Hughes played the character Townie in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy, a role that showcased his ability to portray complex, layered characters. Townie is a pivotal figure who embodies the grit and desperation of New York City's underbelly, reflecting the film's dark themes. Hughes' performance added depth to the narrative, illustrating the struggles faced by those on the margins of society. After Midnight Cowboy, Hughes continued to work in theater and film, but his career was marked by personal challenges. He faced the tragic loss of his first wife, which deeply affected him. The grief lingered, influencing his work and personal life. Despite these hardships, he found solace in acting, becoming a respected figure in the industry. Hughes also dealt with health issues later in life, including a battle with cancer. He remained active in his craft until his passing in 2006. His legacy is remembered for its emotional depth and the authenticity he brought to every role. The darkness of his personal experiences often mirrored the characters he portrayed, leaving a lasting impact on audiences and peers alike. Jon Voight's portrayal of Joe Buck in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy marked a pivotal moment in his career. Voight's character, a naive Texan dreaming of becoming a hustler in New York City, captures the essence of loneliness and desperation. His performance earned him an Academy Award nomination and established him as a serious actor. After Midnight Cowboy, Voight's career flourished with roles in films like Coming Home and Deliverance. However, his personal life was fraught with challenges. He faced a turbulent marriage to actress Lori Peters, which ended in divorce. His relationship with his daughter, actress Angelina Jolie, became strained, particularly due to his political views and public statements, which often sparked controversy. Voight's life included moments of scandal, such as his outspoken support for controversial political figures, which alienated many in Hollywood. He also battled personal demons, including periods of depression and struggles with his identity as an actor. As of the latest updates, Voight remains active in the industry, continuing to take on roles that reflect his complex persona. His life story is one of talent shadowed by personal strife, leaving a legacy that is both celebrated and scrutinized.
Well, there's 10 right there.
All right. I tell you, forget it. I'll take the 10.
Sylvia Miles portrayed Cass in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy, a role that highlighted her ability to embody complex and troubled characters. Cass is a seductive yet vulnerable figure, representing the darker side of New York City's nightlife. Miles' performance was raw and captivating, earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Her portrayal of Cass left a lasting impression, showcasing her talent in a film that challenged social norms. After Midnight Cowboy, Miles continued to work in film and television but faced significant personal challenges. She struggled with the pressures of fame and battled addiction, which affected her career trajectory. Miles was known for her outspoken nature and often found herself in the spotlight for controversial remarks and public incidents, including a notorious clash with a critic that led to her being banned from a prominent awards ceremony. Despite these hardships, she remained a fixture in the entertainment industry, taking on roles in various projects throughout the 1970s and 1980s. In her later years, she lived a more private life, but her legacy as a bold and unyielding actress remains. The last known information about Sylvia Miles is limited, as she passed away in 2021, leaving behind a complex and intriguing legacy in Hollywood.
You got crippled.
I slipped on a banana peel. Come on. I gotta sit down. I feel crummy.
What's the matter?
Paul Morrissey played the role of the party in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy. This character is a haunting figure who represents the darker side of urban life, embodying the loneliness and desperation that permeates the film. Morrissey's portrayal is marked by a chilling intensity, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. After the film, Morrissey's career took various turns. He became known for his collaborations with Andy Warhol, working on avant-garde films that pushed boundaries and challenged societal norms. However, his life was not without turmoil. Morrissey faced personal hardships, including struggles with substance abuse and the pressures of fame. He was often at the center of controversies, including allegations of exploitation in the film industry. In later years, he distanced himself from the limelight, leading a more secluded life. As of the last known information, Morrissey remains an enigmatic figure, with few updates on his current whereabouts or activities. His legacy endures in the shadows of cinema history.
Forgot. Only set us back 10, son. Hey, you know.
John McGiver's portrayal of Mr. O'Daniel in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy is a haunting depiction of a man caught in the underbelly of New York City. As a character who represents both opportunity and despair, McGiver brings a depth that resonates with the film's themes of isolation and survival. His performance is marked by a chilling blend of charm and darkness, capturing the complexities of a world that can be both alluring and dangerous. McGiver's career was marked by a range of roles in film and television, often playing quirky or authoritative figures. However, behind his professional facade lay personal struggles. He faced the challenges of typecasting, which limited his opportunities in the industry. His private life was marred by hardships, including the loss of his wife, which deeply affected him. McGiver also battled health issues, including a heart condition that ultimately led to his early death in 1977. In the years following his passing, McGiver's legacy has been remembered for his unique contributions to film, but his life remains a testament to the struggles of an actor navigating the complexities of fame and personal loss. The shadows of his experiences linger, reminding us of the fragile line between success and sorrow.
How many sent in $5 for the home worship kit containing prayer shawl?
Brenda Vaccaro's portrayal of Shirley in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy was a striking performance that captured the raw, gritty essence of the New York underworld. Shirley, a character marked by desperation and fleeting dreams, provided a haunting glimpse into the lives of those on the fringes of society. Vaccaro's ability to convey vulnerability and strength made her a memorable part of this groundbreaking film. After Midnight Cowboy, Vaccaro's career flourished, earning her an Academy Award nomination for her role in the 1975 film Once Is Not Enough. However, her personal life was marked by turmoil. She faced challenges in her relationships, including a tumultuous marriage to actor Martin Balsam, which ended in divorce. Vaccaro also battled the pressures of fame, which led to struggles with anxiety and depression. In the late 1980s, she faced a significant health scare with a serious illness that forced her to reevaluate her life and career. In recent years, Brenda Vaccaro has remained relatively private. She has occasionally appeared in television and film but has largely stepped back from the spotlight. As of the latest updates, she is living a quieter life, reflecting on her storied career while cherishing the memories of her past.
Seems to me you're different from most of the boys that come to me. Most of those boys are troubled.
Dustin Hoffman's portrayal of Ratso Rizzo in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy marked a turning point in his career. Ratso, a sickly con man with dreams of escaping to Florida, showcased Hoffman's ability to embody complex, troubled characters. The role earned him an Academy Award nomination, solidifying his status as a serious actor. Following the film, Hoffman's career soared, with notable performances in films like The Graduate and Rain Man, earning him 2 Oscars. However, Hoffman's life was not without turmoil. He faced challenges in his personal life, including a tumultuous marriage to Ann Byrne, which ended in divorce. Rumors of a darker side emerged as allegations of inappropriate behavior surfaced in 2017, leading to public scrutiny and a tarnished reputation. Despite these scandals, Hoffman continued to work in film and theater, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. As of now, he remains active in the industry, with recent projects and appearances, though his personal life remains shrouded in complexity and controversy. Emmett Walsh played a brief yet memorable role as a bus passenger in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy. His character, while not central to the plot, added a layer of authenticity to the gritty New York City backdrop. Walsh's performance, marked by a subtle intensity, showcased his ability to inhabit roles that linger in the viewer's mind. After Midnight Cowboy, Walsh's career flourished, becoming a familiar face in both film and television. He appeared in notable works like Blade Runner and The Jerk, often portraying tough, weathered characters that mirrored his own life experiences. However, his journey was not without challenges. Walsh faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that affected his relationships and career trajectory. He was involved in a scandal in the late 1980s when he publicly criticized Hollywood's treatment of aging actors, which led to a temporary exile from mainstream projects. In recent years, Walsh has remained largely out of the spotlight, with little public information about his current activities. His last known appearances were in the early 2010s, and he has since retreated from public life, leaving fans to wonder about the man behind the iconic roles.
Next week's prayer meeting on the air. Praise Jesus. Now, before we join in prayer for this poor sick.
Bob Balaban played the role of the young student in the 1969 film Midnight Cowboy. His character represents the innocence and vulnerability of youth amidst the gritty backdrop of New York City. Balaban's performance, though brief, captures the essence of the era's disillusionment, adding depth to the film's exploration of loneliness and survival. After Midnight Cowboy, Balaban's career flourished, but it was not without its shadows. He became known for his roles in various films and television series, showcasing his versatility as an actor and director. However, his life was marked by personal hardships, including a tumultuous relationship with the industry. He faced challenges in finding roles that matched his talent, leading to periods of uncertainty. Balaban also dealt with the pressures of fame, which sometimes brought scandals and public scrutiny. As of the latest information, he continues to work in film and television, remaining a respected figure in the industry, though details about his personal life remain scarce.
Hey, boy, now I'm warning you.
I'm inviting you. I mean, if you're not located, I got a place.
As we wrap up our look at Midnight Cowboy, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia for this groundbreaking film. Released in 1969, it challenged societal norms and brought to light the struggles of two unlikely friends navigating the gritty streets of New York City. The performances of Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight changed their careers forever, with Hoffman becoming an icon and Voight earning an Academy Award nomination. Their characters faced immense challenges, from poverty to alienation, reflecting the turbulent times of the late 60s. Did you watch this film during your childhood? What memories do you have connected to it? Perhaps it sparked conversations about friendship or the realities of life. We would love to hear your stories and reflections in the comments below. Share how Midnight Cowboy impacted you and what it means to you today. Your experiences could resonate with others who share the same memories.